If there is one thing that I have come to realize about God, is that He is someone who will never force His will on you. He will be involved in your life to the extent that you have permitted Him to be. Beloved, you are precious to God as every other person on this planet, and until you begin to see yourself as such, then God will open your pathway for you to see the right person before you who has always been standing there. But because of your pride, you are unable to see him or her. I know you have tried your ways and realized that it is not the best. It's time to let God help you get this right. Forever is a very long journey, and so you will need the right person to be with you. In your character, you also need to check your manner of approach, the way you talk to people. The way we talk to people determines if they would be willing to come close to us, or if they will become scared of who we are. When you have a soft tongue, whether as a man or a lady, people will be attracted to you, and they would always do whatever it takes to get close to you, just to start a conversation. You might have met the right person, but out of your lack of manners, when you meet people, has been the reason why the person left and never came back. It's also possible that your Mr. or Miss Right was around you when you spoke rudely to another person. They might have been having thought to come and meet you, but from the moment you opened your mouth to speak, they were turned off and the emotion just died. If you want to meet the right person, you need to learn how to talk to people. If not, it will keep blocking you. Men might want to say learning a good manner approaching has nothing to do with them because they are supposed to be tough. But my dear brother, your manner of approach can chase a good woman away because she will not be able to deal with all your words. You need to respect people both in the way you talk to them and in the way you see them only after that you will be able to meet the right person. In your character, you also need to check your standards and values. Your standards and values all to the kind of person you are. The kind of things you settle for and the ones you don't. When you do not have a good set of standards and values, you will always end up falling for the wrong person. Reassess the values and standards and make sure that they are in line with what the Lord desires for you. Also, another problem here is that you might have no set standards and values for yourself. You simply go with anything that anybody says or whatever they push you to do. You need to first become the right person before you will be able to have the right person. The right person is someone who has his or her own sets of values and standards, and they stick to them because they believe in it. You don't need to set high standards. Just set reasonable values and standards for yourself. Then you will be able to open the door for someone who shares the same percentages with you to walk into your life. When you do not have these standards and values, then there is nothing that can attract someone, so the road will remain blocked. Set good standards and values for yourself so that you will stop blocking the right person from coming into your life. Finally, your character has to do with how selfless you are. Until when have you gotten to the point in your life when you have accepted and made it your new normal that it doesn't always have to be for you? And that's when you are ready to meet the right person. I want to believe that when you meet the right person, it has to be for dating, till when you guys finally reach the final bus stop of marriage. And trust me, for a relationship to work, you need a great level of selflessness. Most of us are still very selfish. You always want everything for ourselves, because that's just the kind of person you are. But my dear, you were not born with this character. It's something you can work on. Being selfish is always putting yourself first, always wanting to have your way, and never accepting no for an answer. God is not going to bring the right person into your life if you have not proven that you can love another person more than you love yourself. You can work for someone else's benefits and not bother yourself with the stress. You can make someone else happy too by the things you do for them. Only when you have gotten to this level will God send you the right person. Turn from your selfish nature to a very selfless person so that you can stop blocking yourself from meeting the right person. We all desire to meet the right person because we want to enjoy our marriage. From what we have discussed so far, I hope you can now see that your character is the major reason why you have not met the right person. If you are tired of being single and you want to get it right, it's time you fix those bad characters within you so that you can stop blocking them from coming into your life. The right amount of pride, selflessness, good manners of approach, and set standards and values is all you need to allow God to open the door for you to meet the right person. I pray for you today that God gives you the grace to change what needs to be changed. Your character has to do with everything about you. Our character determines the kind of people that we are going to attract. It determines how people are going to treat you, and it also determines how people are going to remain in your life, or they would just leave you with your baggage and move to a better place. When you have a good character, you will attract a good person, and when you have a bad character, you will also attract your kindly. You must agree with me so far in the history of your relationship that your kind in your life has never ended well. The law of nature cannot be changed. It says like attract like. Your beauty or handsomeness will get the attention of the right person, but it is only your character that will attract them to come closer into your life. They will draw them and keep them glued to you forever. There are certain things you do that you would not even realize that it all comes from your character, and it will determine if you will meet the right person. Your character comprises of many other features that eventually sums to the kind of person you are. In your character, you need to check the level of pride that you have, because whether you like it or not, if you don't put it under control, it's going to block you from meeting the right person. Now we all know that as a human being, you need to have a certain level of pride because it helps you have confidence in yourself and your capability. It helps you improve your self-esteem, and it even attracts good people to you when it is in the right proportion. But when your pride level is so high that you begin to see yourself better than other people, then it becomes ugly, and trust me, it will block you from meeting the right person. When you take your time to study the Word of God, you would have come to realize that on more than one occasion, God has always told us that pride brings about the downfall of man. The Bible also made it clear that God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humbled. It is only God that is capable of bringing the right person into your life, but since there's pride, it's something that He does not like. How do you even expect Him to look at you and provide you the right person? When you are proud, you prove to God that you don't need His help, and you are fully capable of getting whatever it is you want. And so He removed His hands and lets you do your thing.